I made this coffee a few minutes ago, but it's still nice and hot. And got all the little propellers twisted. And I forgot about that single one. And it goes with this little boat right here, which I think somebody said is a work launch or something. Anyway, let's start with the easier ones. This smallest propeller is going to be the hardest to put on, I would think. These ones over here we're not going to need for a few weeks probably. Now the Admiral's barge here, well, we do need it. And I think that what I'm going to do, try and turn this so you can see what I'm doing here. I'll just stick it on the edge there like that. And do you notice when my you notice when my fridge quits, how suddenly the ambient sound gets a lot quieter? Yeah, I wish I had a quieter fridge. Anyway, now I should be able to, just work in there nice and careful like. At least that's the plan. Okay, so these ones take Photo Etch D7, which is these ones right here. So we'll just carefully take one and we'll set it on top of our auxiliary model table here. Yeah, let's see if I can get the macro lens on and we'll see if this is going to fit on the shaft. I actually haven't tried it. Pretty much everything I do in this series is you're seeing it live for the first time. Now I realize that I said I'll slip on the macro lens. Well, we will. But this is just sort of to, well, I don't know what they call it in photography land, but or movie making land, but it's kind of to set the scene. Now, will that go in there? This is the first time I'm trying it. I think I had it and I went and poked at it. I do believe it's on the end of the shaft there. It's not down very far. Okay, now we'll put on the macro lens. Okay. Now can I come in from behind with my little applicator here and drop a little tiny droplet of CA medium just on the end of the shaft? Is that possible, or is the propeller going to end up getting stuck to it? And when I remove, let's see, maybe I was to turn my propeller just a little bit here. Carefully now. Yeah, then I can get in a little better. Yeah, it seems to me I can just barely get in there. Let's give that a whirl. Now, a few minutes before I actually started this, I thought I better check to make sure that I've got the propeller the right way up. But Murphy's Law kicked in and I've got it in upside down. Now, that doesn't mean that the boat will go backwards when you put it in forwards. It just means that the efficiency, at least for the old style propellers, was the other way around. Yeah, those of you who are familiar with boat propellers, you'll know what I'm talking about. Did it adhere? Let me check the monitor. No. Ooh, I think I put too much on. Well, we'll see what happens when that cures. Now I realize that we are no longer looking at this thing with the super macro, but we're probably looking at it much closer than you will be looking at it once it's in its case anyway. And it looks pretty good to me, so I'm going to just go ahead and do the remaining 7 propellers the same way as I did this one. If I do something radically different, then I'll talk about it. I don't know if you can see it, but I got a little hair stuck on the end of this Anyway, I guess it's not that important. But it irks me. Anyhow. No, don't they look cute? Well, the last one we've got to go is our little one. Just like I said, we'll do it last. Now, one more reason why you want to have your prop the right way up, and this one isn't, so see if I can turn it over here. Okay, now it is because the way the propeller is shaped, it will shed the weeds, or worse yet, a stray fishing net that you might encounter as you're going through the ocean. Well, I guess you wouldn't have too many weeds. Well, yeah, I guess you could have floating kelp. You know, so the idea is it will shed the weeds. Now, I'm having trouble getting this around the right angle here. Those of you who've done a lot of fishing probably heard of a weedless prop. Well, it's even more shaped like this is than this is. This doesn't want to go. See if I can get it in there. Maybe I should have checked the shaft on this. Could be that the shaft is not pointy enough. You know, the other ones went really, really, really good. I dropped it here, but I know where it went. Turn it over again. Oh, wrong way. Get it the other way up. I'm going to run out of film here. Come on. Get a hold of it there. No. No. Okay, now if I can get a little bit of CA glue in there. I know this is kind of a messy, botched up job here, but okay, now to try and straighten the prop out before that cures. So that at normal viewing distance it'll look normal. I think I've more or less got it. Yeah. When I was looking at it from a different angle, I realized that it was a pretty poor job. I took the propeller off, and it's presently soaking in some solvent here. And yeah, I'm going to give it another try. I don't know if I'll do it on camera or not, but I'm going to give it another try. Well, disaster, and I'll bet you know what it is. You notice there's no prop on the bottom there. I was trying to position it on and getting ready to glue it for its second try, and I dropped it. And it hit somewhere around here, bounced off and hit me on the shirt. And I was thinking, oh, I hope it sticks to my shirt, but it didn't. So then I checked where my shirt tucks into my pants. It wasn't there. Checked all the little wrinkles in my pants and my cuffs, and got the spotlight down on the floor, and bottom line is I've lost it. And there was only one of this particular propeller, and no extras for the other boats either, so I couldn't put one on that's too large. So I'm thinking, well, I guess we're going to have to do without it here, unless by some miracle I accidentally come across it. Then I got to thinking here. Okay, here's our hangers, and this hanger here is where this boat goes on. This is it right here. So this is the hanger, by the way, that the airplane's going to stick out of. So let's just see how badly is it going to be noticed. Okay, we need one of these will go right here. One of these will go here. And this little guy here that's missing a propeller is going to go right here. No, it's going to be up against the main body of the ship is going to be right here. So this is going to be up against the ship. Yes, you can see it's missing if you look in at an angle. But I don't think anybody's going to notice except me, and every time I looked at it, that's what I'm going to see, right? Anyway, a bit of good news here. There is an extra one of these Admiral's barges. So I think maybe what I'm going to try to do is, as Andy said in one of his comments, he says these things are just crying for detail. At least I think he said that. And yeah, so why don't I just see if maybe I can't mix up some kind of olive green or some kind of off green and try and paint the seats and just see how it goes here. I was planning on giving the extra one to my grandson anyway, so yeah. Imagine I got 2 grandsons. Well, maybe I'll have to cut it in half and give one half to each. Anyway. And enough silliness here. Isn't that too bad? Yeah, that's the way she goes. When I was editing out those last few scenes there, I was thinking about what I was saying. And I had said something to the effect of there was no extra propellers. But then I was talking about how I had an extra one of these. Well, doesn't it stand to reason I just take a propeller off of one of these that I'm not going to use? And yes, it's going to be a little bit too big, but you know, it's not going to be noticeably too big. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then that reminded me of a joke that I heard a long time ago. In fact, I was probably only about 12, 13 years old when I first heard that joke. And it's a clean joke, but in today's political correctness, it's not 100% politically correct. So I don't know if I should tell it or not. So in the comments below, if you want me to tell it, I'll tell it. And if you're the type of person who's easily offended, well, maybe don't listen to tomorrow's episode. Anyway, yeah, in the comments below, do you want to hear my joke? It kind of goes hand in hand with, you know, it's about the propellers. And if you've heard it and you know what it is, don't go spoiling it now by posting it. Because it's an old joke. Yeah, I won't be the first one to have told it. So, and maybe everybody's going to say, no, don't tell it. We don't want to hear anything that's politically incorrect. Anyway, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.